Okay, students. So now we have question number 46. So from question number 46 to till question number 50, we have achiever section and each question carries 3 marks. So now there is 46th question and the question is saying that we need to go with the statements and give answer accordingly, like which whatever the statement is correct and whichever the statement is wrong. So the first statement over here is the profit earned by selling an article for rupees 900 is double the loss incurred when the same article is sold for rupees 450. Okay, then the article should be sold at 750 rupees to make 25% profit. Okay, so suppose for this question, let's take the cost price as X. Okay, if we are taking the cost price as X. So according to this, if we are going to figure out the profit, then profit needs to be what? Profit needs to be SP minus selling cost price, SP minus CP. And SP is according to the first situation, if we are going to take as 900, so CP needs to be what? X. So the profit what we are getting is 900 minus X. Okay. Now according to the second situation, it is saying the profit whatever is earning when the person is selling an article for 900 rupees. Okay. And when he is selling an article for 450 rupees, when the selling price is 450 rupees. Okay. Then the loss, whatever the loss he is bearing, that is double whatever the profit he is getting on that. Okay. So if we are going for this, so we can clearly see that so this time the selling price should be the loss. According to this question, he is bearing a loss, and loss is what? Loss is cost price minus selling price. Okay. And this time the cost price is what? X and the selling price is what? 450. So that needs to be the loss. And if we are going to the question, so the question has already given to us one situation when whatever the loss is happening and whatever the loss is bearing by the shopkeeper, so that is equals to the 2 times of the profit. Okay, so if we are going to make the equation out of that, so this whatever the profit is happening is 2 times of the loss. So we are getting 900 minus X is equals to 2 times of X minus 450. We can solve it. We are getting 2X minus 900. So we will be getting 900 plus 900 is equals to 2X plus X. So we are going to get 1800 is equals to 3X. So the value of X we are getting is 600. Okay, so X is 600, which means our CP is gonna be 600. Now, if we are going according to the question, since the CP is 600 only, so the question is saying that what would be the selling price? Question is saying that what would be the, so selling price needs to be 750 rupees to make a profit of 25%. So we know the cost price, which is 600. Okay, we know the profit percent already, which is given to us is 25%. We need to figure out the SP so we can say on the basis of that whether the given statement is correct or not. Okay, so we can use the formula CP times 1 plus whatever the profit percentage is given to us. Okay, so if we are going with this, so the CP is what? 600 times 1 plus profit percent, what is given to us is 25%, and that 25% we can also write as 0.25. Okay, so we will be getting it equals to 6 times 1.25. And if we are going to solve this 6 times 1.25, we will be getting what? 750. Okay, so 750. So if he is bearing a profit of 25% and the selling price needs to be 750, and which is already given to us. So that is why we can say this statement is true. Okay, now let's move to the next statement. So the next statement is saying a sum of the money is lent out at a compound interest compounded annually at the rate of 20% per annum for 2 years. It would give rupees 2,410 more if the interest is compounded half yearly. Okay. So if the interest is compounded annually, so the rate is what? 20% that is already given to us, and the time is what? 2 years. Okay, and it would give 2,410 rupees more, whatever the amount is we are getting on this when it is compounded annually. So from that, they are getting 2,410 rupees more if the interest is compounded half yearly. Okay, then the principal needs to be, according to this, that needs to be 1,20,000. Okay, that we need to confirm, like, are we getting this 1,20,000 only, or are we getting something else? So for that, what we can do, we can see that the rate is 20%, which is already given to us. The time is 2 years. Okay, and if we need to see the rate, because the rate is 20% for 2 years. Okay, so 20%, 1 year, it will be like 20% on the for the second year, if we are going to calculate the effective rate for this. So the first year it is 20%, and the second year it will be what? It will be 20% on the amount. Okay, whatever it is. So the total we are going to get 20 times 20% of by 100, we will be getting the rate as 44%, the effective rate. So on the basis of that, the amount what we are going to get is principal times 1 plus whatever the rate it is. So 1 plus 4.0.4. Okay, so if we are going to do it, so we will be getting 1.44 total. Correct. Now, if we are going with the second statement, so it is saying that if it is gonna be compounded half yearly, so if it is gonna be compounded half yearly, then the new rate is gonna be what? The new rate is gonna be half of 20, which means 10%. And if we are going to calculate the effective rate of the same, okay, so that according to this, the time should also be get doubled. So it is what, 4 years. Okay, and so yes, the time also we are going to 4 years, and the effective rate if we are going to calculate. So that is gonna be 10% plus 10% of the amount. So we will be getting 10% plus. Okay, so if we are going to calculate it, the effective rate we are going to get as 21%. Okay, so now the effective rate we are going to get as 21%. So for 2 years, if we are going to calculate it, so we will be getting it something like amount is equals to P times 1 plus the rate. If we are going to convert into the entire thing, we will be getting 0.1, and entire thing will be raising to the power 4. And when we are going to solve it, in the end, we are going to get P times 1.4641. Correct. So that is the principle for in the both the cases, the amount in the both the cases we are getting. And according to the question is saying the difference between the amount is, which means it should be like more than 2,410. So which is gonna be the difference between them. So for this, the A2 minus A1 should equals to what? 2,410. Okay. And if we are going to put the value of A2 minus A1, whatever we are getting, if we are going to put it over there in an entire equation, so this is what? P times 1.4641 minus P times 1.44. Okay, so 1.44P and 1.4641P. So if we are going to subtract, so we will be getting P times 0.0241. Okay, that is equals to what? 2410. So P will be what? 2410 divided by 0.0241. Okay, and if we are going to divide it, so we will be getting it as equals to 1 lakh. So the amount principal we are getting equals to 1 lakh. And here it is given 1,20,000. So that's why this statement is wrong. So first statement is true and the second statement is false. And which is option B. Now the next one. Next one is saying that match the division of the polynomial given in the column 1 with their corresponding quotients within given in a column 2. So if we are going with the first one if we are going, so it is what? 64y raised to the power 4 plus 8y cube. Okay, we are supposed to divide it by 4y cube. So if we are going to solve it, so simply what we can do, from the numerator only we can take common. Okay, 64y raised to the power 4 and 8y cube. We can take common as well from here. So from the entire thing, we can take 8y cube as common. So if we are going to take 8y cube as common, then after taking it common, we are left with 8 y cube we are taking common. After taking it common, we are left with 8y plus 1. Okay, and we need to divide it by 4y cube. So by 4y cube, we can cut it 2 times. Okay, then we are getting 2 times 8y plus 1. So we can clearly see this is the option which is matches with this. So for this, it needs to be the P1, or for P, it needs to be the second one. Okay, now let's go with the next one. If we are going with the next one, so what we can see, next statement is 10x square plus 3x minus 27, and we are supposed to divide it with 2x minus 3. Okay, so simply we need to factorize it. So we can factorize it as well, and we can do the long division. We can apply the long division method here as well. Since because of factorization, if we are going to do so, we will not be able to get the answer. So let's go with the long division method. So if we are going with the long division method, we will be getting, first we can divide it by 5 squared, 5x times. It is 2x minus 3 and it is 10x squared. 5x time we can give division. Then we are going to get 3x, 15x. Okay, then minus plus 18x minus 27. We can give it by 9. It becomes 18x again and 27. Then minus plus, we will be getting 0. So answer we are going to get 5x plus 9, which is 4th. Okay, now let's go with the next one. The next one what we have is x raised to the power x square plus 4x minus 21. We need to divide by x plus 7. So if we are going to factorize it, so we need to factorize 21 in such a way when we are going to minus, so we can get 4. So 7 3s are 21 and 7 minus 3 is equals to 4. Okay, so if we are going to factorize it, we will be getting x plus 7 minus 3x plus 7. So the factors we are going to get as x minus 3 and x plus 7. And we need to divide it with x plus 7 only. So we can cut this and we are getting only x minus 3, and only x minus 3 is option 1. Now the last one what we have is 2x square minus 11x plus 12. We are supposed to divide it by 2x minus 3. Okay, so here also we can try with the factorization. So we need to factorize 12 times 2, 24 in such a way when we are going to add them, we can get 11. Okay, so 4 3s are 12, no 24, we have 24. So 8 3s are 24 and 8 plus 3 is 11. So for this, we can go with minus 8, minus 3, and 2x we can take common. So x minus 4 here, minus 3 we can take common, x minus 4 here. We will be getting 2x minus 3 and x minus 4. Okay, now this 2x minus 3 and x minus 4, we need to divide with 2x minus 3. So 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3 got cancelled out. We will be getting x minus 4, which is option 3. So now we are getting second, fourth, first, third. Okay, second, fourth, first, third, which is option C. So option C needs to be the correct answer. Now the next one. Next one is we need to state whether the given statements are true or the false on the basis of the statements, the things what is given to us. Okay, so if we are going with this, so what we can see, the first statement is saying the rational number 3 by 4 and minus 2 by 4 lie on the right side of 0 on the number line. Okay, the rational number 3 by 4 and the rational number 2 minus 2 by 4 align on the right side of 0 on the number line. No, since this is a positive integer and this is a negative integer, so positive integer will lie on the right side of the number line, but negative integer will not lie on the right side of the number line. So that's why this statement is gonna be false. Okay, now after that, if we are going with the second statement, so second statement is saying if A, B, and C are the rational numbers, then A times B minus C is equals to AB minus AC. Yes, that is true. This is the distributive property of over subtraction. Now the third statement is saying the negative of a rational number is always negative. for this, we can say the negative of a rational number is not always negative, because the negative of a positive rational number like 1 by 2 is minus 1 by 2. Okay, but the negative of a rational number like minus 1 by 2 is positive 1 by 2 only. Okay, if we are going to say that we do have a number minus 1 by 2, and if we need to figure out the negative of this, so it will turn into positive now. So we cannot say that every time it is going to be negative. So that is why it is what? False. Next, if x, y, z be the rational number such that x is greater than y and y is greater than that, z, then x will also be greater than z. So yes, that is true. Okay, so this will be true only. So for this, option D is gonna be correct answer. Now the next one. Next one is saying that in this question, what we need to do, the graph is given to us, and on the basis of that, we are supposed to give the answer. First, it is saying find the ratio of the numbers of the books sold on Tuesday to the total number of the books sold during the week. So the number of the books sold on Tuesday, if we are going to match, so that is what? 18. Okay, so on Tuesday, 18 books got sold. Okay, and to the total number of the books sold during the week. So on Monday, if we are going to check, so 14 books were sold on Monday. Okay, for Tuesday, it is gonna be 18. For Wednesday, we are going to check. So again, it is 14. For Thursday, we are going to check. So it is gonna be 16. For Friday, we are going to check. So it is gonna be 20. For Saturday, it is 12. Okay, and for Sunday, it is gonna be again 18. Okay, so now the total number of the books if we need to figure out. So we need to add all of them together, which is 14 plus 18 plus 14 plus 16 plus 20 plus 12 plus 18. We will be getting 112. So the ratio of 18 to the total number of the books, which is 112, that will gives us 9 times 56 times. That will gives us 9 ratio 56. Okay. Now next, on which day Nitin sold the maximum number of the books? So that is on Friday. So that's why option C is gonna be correct answer. Next, using the Euler's formula, find the value of P, Q, R, and S respectively. Okay, so since here we are supposed to use the Euler's formula, and the Euler's formula is faces plus vertices minus edges is equals to 2. Okay, so if we are going with this, so faces we have in the first one, the faces we have 6. Okay, and the vertices we have is 8. And the edges are not given to us. So edges is denoting here with P. So we will also take it P. Now 6 plus 8 is what? 14. Now 14 minus P is what? 2. So the value for P needs to be what? 14 minus 2 is gonna be P. So 12. So P should be what? P should be 12. Okay, now if we are going with the next one. So next one is saying that Q faces is denoting by Q plus 10 minus 15 is equals to what? 2. So Q plus 10 minus 15 gives us minus 5 is equals to 2. So Q should equals to 2 plus 5, which gives us 7. So Q should equals to what? 7. Now if we are going with the next one, so that is what? Faces are denoting here with 5. Then vertices are minus 8 should equals to 2. So 5 minus 8 gives us minus 3. So R is equals to 2 plus 3. So R gives us what? 5. Okay, so value of R needs to be what? 5. Now if we are going with the last one, so the last one is 5 plus 6 minus S is equals to 2. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 minus S is 2. So we will be getting 11 minus 2 is gonna be S. Okay, so 9 should be S. So the value for S should be what? 9. And if we want to check it, we can check it as well, because the value 6, 8, and 12. So 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 minus 12 is 2. Yes, that is correct. 7 plus 10 is 17. 17 minus 15 is 2. That is also correct. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. That is also correct. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 minus 9 is 2. That is also correct. Okay, so the value of P, Q, R, S, that needs to be 12, 7, 5, 9. Okay, which is option number B. So answer for this question needs to be option number B. Okay, so now we are done with all the questions of this sample paper.